Hey friends, so I'm getting ready to go check my mail, but we are starting a reading challenge vlog. I was inspired by both Emmas on BookTube. Well, there's Emma from Drinking by My Shelves and Emma from Emma Donovan. I believe that's her name. I'm gonna link both channels down below. They do this love-hate challenge, which I just love watching. Basically, the premise, if you've never seen it before, you should go watch them because they are so much fun. I'm doing it with Joe from Fight and Read Like a Girl because I couldn't find another person named Alita for this challenge, as much as I tried. I picked 2 songs for her. One song that I really, really hate, and one song that I love. And then I picked 2 movies for her, one that I hate and one that I love. And then we each picked 2 books, one that I love and one that I hated. And this challenge is going to be us listening to those songs, watching those movies, and reading those books. And at the end, me and Joe are going to come together and we're going to have probably an Instagram video call where we talk about what our guesses are and what the truth is. So if you want to see what I picked for the 3 things I love and the 3 things I hate, go check out Joe's channel. I'll link it down below as well. So, I'm going to start with her songs because I want to go check my mail. I've been on my computer all day. It's like 5:30 at night. I've been on my computer doing school all day, so I need a break, even if it's just a couple minutes. So, I have heard one of these songs. The song that I've heard is Barbie Girl by Aqua. And she also picked Crazy Frog. I'm not sure who that one's by. So I'm going to listen to those as I walk to my mailbox. And I will let you know my thoughts after. I forgot to mention, this is the theme for this challenge is childhood favorites and least favorites, I guess, because we were supposed to pick songs that came out when we were kids that we listened to, movies that we liked and disliked as kids, and books that we read as kids, one that we hated, one that we loved. So I'm really excited for this. I think I'm going to listen to Crazy Frog and then Barbie Girl. Crazy Frog. Really weird. I wish I could share it with you. Alright, Barbie Girl. Don't know if you can see it or not. I can ride. I'm Barbie Girl in a Barbie world. It's plastic, it's fantastic. Touch my hair. Creation. Oh, Barbie, let's go party. I'm a girl in a Barbie world. Plastic, it's fantastic. Just people were looking at me like I was weird. Whoops. Oh well. Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Plastic fantastic. Let's go, got it. Oh, only one's waiting for me. Alright, so I just finished Barbie Girl. And as you could tell, I was singing it. I'm very ashamed that I know almost every word of that song. I'm sorry, I'm very tone deaf. I'll probably just, like, fast forward through a lot of it so you can't even make fun of my terrible singing. So my thoughts are that Crazy Frog was a very cute song. I very much so enjoyed that. I could listen to that one on repeat. It was kind of techno-y, which was unexpected. Had like little techno elements, but it was awesome. Barbie Girl, though, I've always hated that song with a passion. And I know, I sing it ironically, okay? Like, it's annoyingly catchy. It's that song that I love to hate. Yeah. So, if it were me, I would say that I loved Frog Jump. Crazy Frog. I cannot think. I loved Crazy Frog. And I hated Barbie Girl. Now, I have to think from Joe's perspective, though. Would she like Crazy Frog or would she like Barbie Girl? You know what? I'm saying that Joe is like me and she thinks that Barbie Girl is annoying and she loves to hate it, but she really likes or loves Crazy Frog. Now we have movies and books. Okay, friends, so earlier we talked about the songs for the Love Heat Challenge. Now I'm going to watch the movies. So the first one that I'm going to watch is on Netflix. It's called The Indian in the Cupboard. And then there's also Prancer Dash. That sounds like a reindeer's name. I don't remember what the other one is. She linked it to me. It's on YouTube and it's like an hour long, so I don't really think that it's actually a movie, but for this challenge, we're going with it. It's PJ time! Woo! So, I just finished Scamper the Penguin. And honestly, it was super duper cute. Like, it almost made me cry. But I do have a story about that. So, we were watching Scamper the Penguin. And at the beginning, essentially you follow this penguin named Scamper, who gets into a lot of adventures that go wrong and get him in trouble. And, you know, his best friend Snowflake is along for the ride. So, early on in the movie, they're at school, you know, penguin school. It's a thing. And, the teacher says something that I didn't like, and I'm like, you know, that's so wrong. If I did that as a teacher, I would be in so much trouble. That is wrong. And then later in the movie, there's this boat that goes really fast, and my husband turns to me and he's like, like a boat would go that fast, because it was like a rowboat, you know, with like 5 big guys in it, so you know, needless to say, it would be kind of slow, but it was just, like, zigzagging. And, we were watching a cartoon with talking adopting penguins, and that's the part that is unreal to us. But no, it was super duper cute. So I'm going to watch The Indian in the Cupboard next. I'm a little nervous though because it's the love-hate challenge, and that was so cute. So that means this next one has to be bad. But not necessarily. Maybe Joe doesn't like this movie. I don't know. I just thought it was really cute. Good morning. So we finished The Indian in the Cupboard last night, and I really, really enjoyed that movie. So I'm not sure which one Jo hates and which one she loves. I think I'm going to say... The thing is that Scamper was just so freaking cute. And The Indian in the Cupboard it was just so interesting. It was like a different concept to a movie that I've never seen. And I know it's a book because I own the book, but now I really want to read that book. Reading update. I started The Art of Racing in the Rain last night again. I've read it once, and I actually went to check it out on Goodreads to see what my initial thoughts were. I gave it 4 stars the first time I read it. I don't think that's accurate, though. I think I was being very generous with rating it because I am so bored. I am almost 50% into it, but I'm so bored. And if I remember correctly, this is like an attempt at a hard-hitting contemporary from a dog's perspective, and it just did not work the first time for me. I expect that this time I read it, or like I finish it, it's probably only going to be like a 2-star book. So as of right now, since I don't like this book, I'm not loving it, my for right now guess is that Joe hates The Art of Racing in the Rain and loves Blind Date. But of course I still have to read Blind Date and see if that's what my thoughts are still. I have tutoring this morning, and so I'm going to be doing that. I might listen to a little bit more of The Art of Racing in the Rain in a little while, but as of right now, it's pretty boring. He's still in bed at 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm making him get up. Yeah? Okay. So I'm not going to start this book yet, but I have Blind Date by R.L. Stine as the other book. It's going to be a real scream. I think it might be kind of cheesy and like someone's getting prank calls and then she goes on a blind date with someone, and I'm not sure how the two are correlated or if I'm completely wrong on that. I'm hoping it's like a cheesy horror book because I love that. Although, if it is like a cheesy horror book like I'm hoping for, I might have to change my mind about what Joe likes. Update, I have not started Blind Date yet. I was gonna do some math homework and then I'm about to start my Zoom session. So I have my Zoom set up here and then my computers are usually math homework. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, usually I play some country music in the background when there aren't kids in the meeting, so when I'm just doing my homework and stuff. But look at this. Technical issues. Well, you can't read it. Okay, anyways, it says technical teams have confirmed an issue that may be impacting your Excel-based learning. So, I think since I'm about to start my Zoom session, I think I'm just gonna start reading this. Jelly bean. Are you licking my camera? Good job. I have read the first 45 pages, which is I'm on chapter 5 now. And it's... Come here. Come here. Come here, you're fine. My initial thoughts are that I'm enjoying this book. It's a little bit slow, but it was written in the 80s, so I guess you would expect that. I'm not scared yet, but it's setting it up to be like a scary or cheesy novel, so I'm really excited for the action to start. I finished Blind Date by R.L. Stine, which was not what I was expecting. I was expecting like a cheesy horror novel, and it wasn't quite like that. It was, I can see how it might scare like a younger kid or maybe even a teenager. I was very concerned with the phone calls he was getting, though. But in this, you follow this boy named Carrie who, at the very beginning, you see that he's a football player and that he tackled...
Excuse me. Yep.
He tackled his friend and actually really hurt him. And the whole football team thinks that he did it on purpose, but he swears it was an accident. And from there, he starts getting these weird phone calls about how the ankle bone is connected to the leg bone and weird things like that. And then he gets this random phone call from this girl who claims that she is his blind date, but he had no idea that there was even anyone like setting him up. So it was kind of interesting. And then you just get this scary story. I think for my age it's not scary, but it was not intended for me. It was intended for a teenager, and it could be pretty scary with that in mind. I enjoyed this book a lot. Even though I wasn't terrified like I wanted to be, I still enjoyed it. So I think we're going to talk about my thoughts on what I think Joe liked and what I think Joe didn't like. Let's start with the music. So I'm hoping that Joe and I think the same on books. I'm hoping that she thinks that Barbie Girl is so annoyingly catchy that you can't help but sing along, but it's so annoying that it gives you a migraine, so she hates that one, just like I do. And then Frog Jumper, no, it's not Frog Jumper, I keep saying that, it's Crazy Frog. That one was just cute, interesting. Then we had movies, and I enjoyed both movies, so I don't know what I'm going to pick for this one. But there was Scamper the Penguin, which was just this really cute, adorable cartoon. It got a little repetitive and a little boring, but I'm, again, not the intended audience. Overall, I thought it was really, really cute. And then we watched The Indian in the Cupboard, which was not a cartoon, but it did make me want to read my book, because it was a book first. I think it's actually a trilogy, and I own the whole thing. It made me want to read it. It's a interesting take on a movie. I've never seen it or heard anything like quite like it, but basically this kid gets this magic cupboard for his birthday, and his friend had given him a little Indian figure, and he put it in the cupboard, and when he opened it, he was alive. And then he ends up trying to use the magic cupboards for other purposes, and it was just adorable. I am going to say, because it's a childhood favorite, I mean, either of them could be her favorite, but I'm going to say that Joe likes Scamper the Penguin, and she hated The Indian in the Cupboard. I don't know why. I have no real reason, but that's what I'm going with. And then the last one is the books. So I did not love The Art of Racing in the Rain. I fell in love with Enzo the dog, but that was probably the only good thing about that book, in my opinion. the story was trying to be something that it wasn't. And I did not love that book. But this one, Blind Date by R.L. Stine, was so good. It just kept going with the plot, and it was a fun rush. And this is my favorite of the two, but I think that Joe liked The Art of Racing in the Rain, and she doesn't like Blind Date by R.L. Stine.